I'm going to show you a simple way to get started editing videos using a free editing tool. This tool is accessible on multiple platforms. It's available online and for both Mac and PC. Whether you're on mobile or desktop, it's a great option for creating and editing videos. In today's video, I'll demonstrate how to use it on Mac or PC. Editing on a computer is ideal for those working on multiple videos because it's more efficient than using a phone. To get started, visit the editor's website. As I mentioned, you can use the web version, but I'll be focusing on the desktop version, which offers more flexibility when you're working with multiple projects. Once on the homepage, go ahead and click to create a new project. You'll also be able to access any previous projects if you need to make any changes or adjustments. Let's go through this process in 10 steps. Step 1. Create a new project. Now that we're inside the editor, I'm not going to go too in-depth into the interface right now. It'll make more sense as we go through an actual edit. On the left, you'll see a media import section, and in the middle is your preview window. The timeline is at the bottom, where all the editing happens. You'll also see a tools bar at the top with a variety of functions that we'll explore. Step 2 is to import your media. This is where you'll bring in all the clips, images, and music that you plan to use in your edit. Simply press the import button to bring in your files. I often transfer footage from my phone to my computer, but you can also import from cameras or SD cards. For this project, I've organized my files by category. Footage, music, and images all have their own folders. I'm going to go ahead and import the footage folder. After importing, you'll see your clips here, ready to use. Some might be vertical, others horizontal, depending on what you've shot. Step 3. Set your aspect ratio. For YouTube, you'll want to use 16:9, and for platforms like TikTok or Instagram stories, 9:16 is ideal. To adjust the ratio, select any clip, add it to the timeline, and then adjust the aspect ratio in the settings. You can scale it to fit your frame. I'm going to stick with the regular YouTube 16:9 ratio for this example, so I'll resize the clip back to 100% and position it accordingly. Now on to step 4. The basics of editing. This is where you'll do most of your trimming, rearranging, and adding clips to the timeline. To add clips, you can either drag them directly to the timeline or click on a clip to trim it before you add it. Trimming clips before they hit the timeline can save time. Step 5. Cut and reorder clips. You'll often need to trim parts of clips where there's extra footage or silence. To do this, use the split tool to cut the clip at the points you want, then delete the unwanted sections. You can also reorder clips by dragging them around on the timeline. This is useful for ensuring the video flows smoothly. Step 6. Adding B-roll. When you want to show something visually while someone's talking, you can add a secondary clip over the primary one. This will keep the audio of the first clip while displaying the new footage. You can overlay clips by adding them to a higher track on the timeline and adjusting the size or position to fit your edit. As we move through the steps, I'll show you more advanced features like adding transitions, effects, and audio enhancements, but this is the basic structure for getting started. When editing, sometimes you'll want to use an existing clip and adjust where it appears in your project. For example, if I click the plus button, the new clip will overwrite the one that was previously in place. To avoid this, I simply use the undo button to revert that action. However, if I drag and drop it to a different track like track 2, it creates a separate layer. This is useful when you want to layer content, like adding B-roll on top of your main video, and you can adjust the timing, trim the clip, and create smoother transitions. This method is key in making your video more professional. Instead of just showing someone talking, you can visually highlight what they are discussing. This is a common practice in many social media videos, where the visuals change to match the spoken content. The next step is to add music. I'm also going to show you how to find resources that will make your video more engaging. If you plan on making videos regularly, one option is to subscribe to a platform that offers a wide variety of stock footage and music. You can search for specific terms, like submarine, if you need footage for that topic, and the platform will give you a variety of clips. You can also filter the results to match your needs. For music, look for royalty-free tracks which are perfect for videos since they're free from copyright claims. These platforms usually have a vast library of music that you can listen to before downloading, making it easy to find the right track for your video. Once you've downloaded the music, simply use the import function to bring it into your project. Now you can add the track to your timeline, just like any video clip. You'll notice that video and audio tracks are separate, so you'll have the music in its own track underneath your video. If the music is too long, you can adjust it to fit the video by cutting the excess. You want the music to end at the same time as the video, creating a clean, cohesive conclusion. Most editing tools will allow you to fade the music in or out, which helps create a smooth end to the video. After adding the music, the next step is mixing the audio levels. If you're speaking over music, you'll want the music volume to be lower so it doesn't drown out your voice. You can adjust the volume levels by selecting the audio track and dragging the volume control down. Typically, I keep it between -30 and -20 decibels, but it depends on the track's volume. You can always preview the audio to make sure it's balanced. Now let's move on to adding text. Most editing tools offer a variety of text templates that you can use for your video. Some are free and others require a premium version, but there are plenty of options available. You can customize the text, change fonts, and adjust the timing to match your content. Adding captions is also a great option for accessibility and to engage viewers on social media, as many people watch videos without sound. Next, you can enhance your video with effects. These can be used to change the look of your footage, such as applying a filter or adjusting the color tone. Some platforms also offer AI-generated effects or avatars, but if you're looking for simple transitions, there are plenty of options like fades or dissolves between clips. Transitions help to smoothly connect one clip to the next. You can explore different transitions and apply them between clips to create a professional flow. If you're new to editing, it's a good idea to keep transitions minimal so the focus remains on your content. Once your video is looking good, the last step is exporting it. You'll want to name your project for easy organization and then choose where to save it on your computer. Most editing tools allow you to export your video in formats like MP4, which is great for sharing across platforms. If you need higher resolution, you can opt for 4K, but 1080p is usually perfect for most uses. You can then upload your video directly to platforms like YouTube or TikTok. Alternatively, you can transfer the video to your phone via AirDrop or another file-sharing method and post it directly from there. Editing on a computer offers more flexibility, but if you need to edit on the go, many mobile versions of editing apps are also available. These apps often have some limitations but can still produce high-quality content for social media or personal use. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found these tips helpful. See you in the next video.